You weren't supposed to notice it at first. That's how places like this work. The building was normal, at least on the surface. 23 floors, clean hallways, no history of incidents, at least none you could find. You moved in because it was quiet and cheap. And after the week you'd had, you didn't ask questions. The first few days were uneventful. You learned the rhythm of the building. People left early, came back late. The elevator was slow but reliable, always stopping where it should, never missing a floor, never hesitating. Until the fifth night. It was late. You had just gotten back from work. You stepped into the elevator alone. The doors slid shut with a soft mechanical sigh. You pressed your floor. The panel lit up. The elevator started moving. Nothing unusual at first. Floor 2, 5, 8, 12, smooth. 14. It slowed. You frowned. You hadn't pressed 14. No one else was there. No call button lit up. But the elevator stopped anyway. The doors opened. You looked out. The hallway was dark. Not dim, dark. No lights, no exit signs, no movement. Just a long stretch of nothing. You waited. A few seconds. Nothing happened. No one stepped in. You pressed close. The doors slid shut immediately. The elevator continued. 15, 16, 17. You told yourself it was a glitch. Buildings have electrical issues, sensor errors. You stepped out and went home. But something stayed with you. Not fear, not yet, just wrongness. The next morning you checked the floor directory. There was no 14, it went from 13 to 15.
You stared at it longer than you should have.
You even counted the floors manually that evening. Took the stairs. There was no 14. No door, no hallway, no hidden level, just concrete between 13 and 15. You laughed it off. People skip numbers all the time. Superstition. You told yourself that was all it was. Until it happened again. 3 nights later, you stepped into the elevator with groceries. This time, there was someone else inside. A man. You hadn't seen him before. He stood in the corner, still, watching the panel. He didn't look at you. You pressed 17 again. The elevator started moving. 3, 6, 9, 12. Then it slowed again. You felt it before it happened. That subtle hesitation. The kind your body notices before your mind does. 14. The doors opened. The same darkness. The same empty hallway. But this time you heard something. A faint sound. Like movement, deep in the darkness. You turned slightly, expecting the man to react. He didn't move, he didn't look. He just stood there, expression blank. You whispered, "Did you press that?" No answer. You looked back at the hallway. The sound stopped, completely. The silence that followed felt heavier than before. You hit close. The doors shut. The elevator continued. The man stepped off on 17 with you. But as the doors opened, he spoke for the first time.
"Don't get off when it stops there again."
What?
But he was already walking away. No explanation, no hesitation, like he hadn't said anything at all. That night, you didn't sleep well. You kept thinking about what he said. Not "don't go there," not "don't look," "don't get off." You tried to ignore it, you really did. But the next night, you waited. You stood in front of the elevator longer than you should have, staring at the doors, deciding. Alone again. You pressed 17. The doors closed. The elevator started moving. And you waited for it. Floor 4, 7, 10, 13. Then it happened. The slowdown. The quiet shift in motion. The subtle drop in sound. The doors opened. This time, you didn't look away. You stepped forward. Just slightly. Not out, not fully. Just enough to see deeper into the hallway. The darkness wasn't empty. It just looked that way, at first. Then your eyes adjusted, and you saw it. Shapes, not walls, not furniture, something else. Something that didn't quite fit into the space, like shadows standing where nothing should be. And then one of them moved, not fast, not aggressive, slow, deliberate, toward you. You froze. You couldn't tell what you were looking at. It wasn't clear enough to define, but your body understood it instantly. This wasn't a place you were supposed to enter, and knew you were watching. The elevator let out a soft chime. The doors began to close, and just before they shut completely, you heard it. A voice. Not loud, not whispering, clear and close. You came back. The doors sealed. The elevator moved. You didn't breathe until it reached your floor. You stumbled out, heart pounding, trying to convince yourself it wasn't real. But deep down, you knew. You weren't supposed to see that. 2 days passed. You avoided the elevator, took the stairs. 15 flights up, 15 down. You told yourself you were done. But on the third night, there was a knock at your door. Soft, careful. You opened it slowly. No one was there. Just the hallway. Empty. Look both ways. Nothing. And then you noticed something on the floor. A small piece of paper, folded neatly. You picked it up, unfolded it slowly. 4 words were written inside. You felt your stomach drop. You looked around again. The hallway was still empty. You went back inside, locked the door, and didn't sleep at all that night. The next day, you checked the cameras in the lobby. You asked the building manager if anyone had been on your floor. No one had. No one entered, no one left. That night, you took the elevator again. You didn't want to, but something about the note made it feel like you didn't have a choice. You stepped in, the doors closed. You didn't press anything, and then the elevator moved anyway. Up on its own, and it slowed. You didn't need to look at the panel. You already knew, 14. This time, there was light. Not bright, not normal. A dull gray glow stretching into the hallway, and the shapes were clearer now. Not shadows, not quite human, but close enough that your brain tried to make them make sense. And then you saw something worse. One of them looked like you. Not exactly, but enough. Same posture, same height, same stillness. It stood deeper in the hallway, watching, and then it took a step forward. The elevator didn't close. You didn't press anything. It just stayed open, like it was waiting. You heard the voice again.
You don't belong up there anymore. Your hand moved before your mind could stop it. You hit close. The elevator dropped. Not down, not up, sideways.
At least that's what it felt like. The numbers on the panel flickered, then disappeared completely. When the doors opened again, you weren't on your floor. You weren't in the building. You were standing in a hallway. That same hallway. The one from 14. The gray light stretched endlessly in both directions. The elevator behind you was gone. And from somewhere in the distance you heard footsteps. Not yours. Not alone. And then you realized something that made your chest tighten. You hadn't been taken somewhere new. You had been moved to where the elevator had been stopping all along. And whatever lived on that floor was done waiting. If this got under your skin, subscribe, because the next story goes even deeper. And tell me, if that door opened, would you step out?